In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 things you need to know before making your move to Phoenix, Arizona, and we're starting this now. Hey, what's up? If you have not been to my channel, welcome. My name is Ryan Meeks. I am a realtor down here in the Southeast Valley. I service the entire Valley of Arizona, and I just got my new YouTube studio set up here at my desk. So I got my cool Arizona hat, which I've had, and my cool Arizona picture in the background, which, you know, I've had that for a while too. I may have to lower it in order to get it in the frame here. But anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. Right now, I'm going to tell you guys 5 things that you need to know before moving to Phoenix, Arizona. And this has to apply with what's going on in the world right now. I don't like to do market update videos. I don't like to throw 1,000 million numbers at you guys. I just like to kind of tell you what's real, what's going on, what's happening, and that's what this channel is all about. So if you have not already subscribed to this channel, please, I'm on my way to like 5 million. I'm only 4 away, so I need 4 subscribers to get to 5 million. And yeah, so let's get to it. Let's start off with the first thing that you need to know before moving here to Phoenix, Arizona. So the first thing you need to know is that there aren't a whole lot of homes on the market. There's actually under 6,000 homes right now, and it's just crazy. Our inventory is so low. So what's going to be happening? Well, you're going to have a lot of bidding wars, multiple offers on homes. You have a lot of people moving here. You have people from California who are selling their house up in the millions. You know, they may have paid $600,000 for it. Now they can sell it for 1.2, and then they come over here to Arizona and they purchase a home cash, which is, you know, super awesome for them, but not so awesome for those of us who are trying to, you know, those people, here we go with that. It's not easy for people to get into homes because you have a lot of cash buyers. Let's put it that way, okay? So yeah, it's just a crazy market. I almost recommend, you know, maybe just going with a new build. Although the new build market is a little difficult to get into as well. You have a couple month waiting period, or you have these drawing lotteries. You could get lucky with a lottery and you could get in right away. Taylor Morrison's one that does a lottery. Lennar Homes does lotteries as well. The rest are just waiting lists. So if you want more information on what builder, you know, has what style of waiting list or lottery, just let me know. But Lennar and Taylor Morrison, I know off the top of my head, are 2 that pretty much do the lotteries. So they're only releasing, you know, a certain amount every month. That could be 2 homes, that could be 4 homes, could be 4 homes in 3 different collections. You just kind of never know. It depends on the neighborhood. So reach out to me if you have any questions on that. But yeah, first thing to know before moving to Phoenix is just that there's very low inventory. And I think that's happening around the nation right now. So, you know, something to keep in mind when you come here. Be ready to not pay 10,000 under, but 10,000 over for a house. So second thing you need to know is the average sale price. So in Gilbert, it used to be a lot less, and it has gone up. I mean, we've had like 10% per year growth in our market. So your average sales price has gone up significantly. In Gilbert, it's somewhere around 420,000. So that's just going to get you in, you know, basically an average home here. And there are different styles of homes. So one thing I want to let you guys know, which leads me into the third thing that I want to tell you before you make your way over to Phoenix, is the styles of homes that we have here. So you have your homes that were built in like the 50s through the 70s. They're kind of older. Scottsdale has a lot of them. Gilbert has some of them. Chandler has some of them. These are in, you know, let's call it, let's be real, a little less neighborhoods. And then you have some homes where they started making the master plan communities that were built in the 80s and the 90s. In Gilbert, for example, you have the Islands. You have Val Vista Lakes, which was built in the 90s, which is a really cool community. I'm more of a fan of the communities that were built in at least 2000 or later. It seems like, you know, they kind of went through some rough stuff in the 90s, tried to figure out what a cool master plan community looked like, and then in the 2000s they really nailed it with the homes. So the homes are going to be a little bit larger and just you know, more well built than the homes in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. These are kind of smaller homes, and in the 90s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. You have more like tract homes. You have a lot larger master plan communities that were built, you know, designed before they were built, basically. So you have different types of homes, and it's important to kind of come out here and get a feel for which style. And really it depends on your budget too, because these older homes are obviously going to be a little bit less money than the newer homes. So you really need to know that. So that's the third thing, is just knowing the types of homes out here. So number 4, big controversy all around the country is masks. What's going on with Arizona and the masks? I know we've hit like the world record for number of cases. It's still pretty lax here. I haven't really noticed. There's the mandate that's in place here, but when you go to like Home Depot or Lowe's, you'll still see people that just aren't down with the mask wearing, and they won't be wearing a mask. And I'd say 97% of people are wearing masks here. But restaurants are open, schools are open, charter schools are open. Charter schools are open with masks. However, the public schools have closed down. I know Gilbert's gone to like a hybrid thing right now, where some kids go some days of the week and some kids come other days of the week. So if you do want to go to a school where there's no restrictions or anything like that, but you still have to wear a mask. ALA is one of them. I know they're open. They've been booming. They're actually opening up another campus because people are pulling their kids out of the public school system and putting them into charter schools. Charter schools are also free here. So public school and charter schools, both free. There are some private schools that you could send your kids to as well, where they're not wearing masks at all. I don't know. Everybody's got differing opinions on whether or not schools are breeding grounds for coronavirus, and I'll leave that distinction up to you. Doesn't really matter to me what your personal opinions are. I will respect those, and it's everybody's personal choice, I feel, on what they want to do. So yeah, that's hitting home for some people, and I know it's just kind of there's just a lot of different opinions there on the mask wearing. So if you want to go out to a restaurant, if you want to go out to eat, they typically require you to wear a mask until you get to your seat, and then you can take your mask off and just kind of talk freely, eat your food. We did go to Nevada over the weekend, and I thought it was going to be the same as Arizona, and it ended up having kind of the same similar restrictions, but the big difference was in Nevada that you had to get to your seat, and then once you were at your seat, if you weren't eating your food, you still had to wear the mask. So here in Arizona, you can get to your seat, take your mask off, and you are good to go. Walking outside public places here in Arizona, people don't wear masks. I've noticed that a lot. You can still walk around parks. You don't have to wear a mask. I know in California, from what I hear, it's you have to wear a mask in the shower. So yeah, here you don't really have to wear masks at public places. Hopefully, these numbers go down and everybody can live happily ever after, and we can all get along here soon. So that's what's going on with that. So number 5, super cool. If you are not wanting to put your kid in public school, if you're not wanting to put them in charter school, you found a little private school, whether that be Christian, Catholic school, whatever it might be. My kids go to Montessori. This is something that's really cool. It's something called Arizona Tuition Connection, which is available here. So what you can do is you can ask your family members, friends, anybody that lives in Arizona, and I know once you get down here, you're moving from abroad, you don't have that many people that you know to ask. However, if you do send your kid to a private school, you can ask your neighbors or friends for a donation. This is a dollar to dollar donation, which means that basically, let's say you come and ask me, hey Ryan, will you donate to my son's school through Arizona Tuition Connection? So what that does is I take my money, as far as the restrictions go on price, let me see what that is real quick. So here's how Arizona Tuition Connection works, and I have my notes up here. For the 2020 tax year, if you're gonna donate and you're filing married jointly as a married couple, you can donate up to $2,365. Okay, if you're filing as a single person, you can donate up to $1,183. And obviously that's 2020. So 2021, they've bumped it up a little bit. $2,435 is the max that you can do if you're filing jointly. And then if you're filing as a single person, $1,219 is what you can donate. So you can ask friends to donate to Arizona Tuition Connection. They will get the money back in their tax returns unless they end up owing money, which is kind of a bummer, but they will get that money back 100%. So that's something that's really cool, and then that will go to your school. And I think most schools, whoever's running the school will say, hey, this person donated for this person, so let's put it towards Ryan Meeks or whatever. So Arizona Tuition Connection, a great way for you if you don't want to put your kid in the public school system, if you don't want to put them in the charter school system. If you don't want them to go to school wearing a mask, you can, and that private school allows that, then that is a possibility. Arizona Tuition Connection, check it out. I believe it's ArizonaTuitionConnection.com. And yeah, it's just a great way for families to get, you know, their private school paid for. Hey, thanks for watching. For more videos on escaping to Arizona, just click that subscribe button to stay in the loop.